Hello, hello, hello. It has been too long. The apex pinnacle of the year is here. The excitement building up to this moment, it's finally paid off. It's finally here. Spotify Wrapped. And I finally actually commit to making a video about it too. The last time I did that, it didn't really go so good. Real quick, we're going to do a brief rundown of my top 100 songs. Don't do drugs, kids. It is the 4th, so everybody's Spotify Wraps dropped this morning. If you follow my Instagram, I've posted about it. I did just like the little end thing, the little card. I don't know what it is. I tweeted that, and I'm also on Bluesky now. You should follow me there. But on Instagram, I've been posting like the actual like step-by-step of the story on Spotify that shows like all the details of your Spotify Wrapped, so to speak. And we're going to go over that. We're also going to go over my top 100 songs of the year. If you've been following me for long enough, you would notice, at least on YouTube in the community tab, I still post listens of the month, at least, in a post form, pictures, and a little bit about each album and whatnot. So make sure you guys are checking those out. I said before, it's going to be a wait on the Aftershock vlog, because I was waiting on the computer, and I am actually using that brand new computer right now, and it is awesome. So at some point, I will make the Aftershock vlog. I recorded way too much material to not commit to it. It'll eventually get done. Maybe even I'll finish that listens of the month from last December that I recorded and never posted either. I digress. It's about Spotify Wrapped. It's time to go over that. Let's go ahead and get into this. All right, so I guess this viewpoint will have to do, but start off. Listen for 79,048 minutes this year. Puts me the top 2% of listeners worldwide. Now, compared to 2022, that year I had listened for 73,610 minutes, which was the top 4%. In 2023, I listened to 75,134 minutes. So I think this is the most I've listened to Spotify in any given year. I don't have the stats for 2021 or 2020 right offhand, but yeah, this might be the most for me. Biggest listening day was April 3rd with 641 minutes. Now, I did the math, and this is 10 hours and 41 minutes. Where do I find the time? Well, this was the start of my Texas trip. This was me taking a trip down through California, through Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. And this was day one, so I was staying in, I guess, Tehachapi, and it was like a 10-hour drive down there. Not counting like the amount of music I was listening to before I even started driving there. So that explains that. Played 10,492 songs this year. I think this is literally the most songs I've ever listened to in any given year for Spotify Wrapped, actually. And you notice right here in my Instagram story, I had a song like attached to each story so far, and I made sure that they were songs that were in my top 100 for the year. I don't know, I'm a fucking weird nerd. Leave me alone. But my top song of the year, as I predicted, I just knew it. I just knew it would be my top song, Waffle by Seven Dust. This was quite the year for Seven Dust in my book. Top 0.05% of listeners globally. Streamed it 39 times starting on March 16th. I saw that they were touring with Static X, and I had to catch them. I kind of started down a very fruitful path. I'm really glad I got into them. This was really the year for them, and they're such a great band. They don't have any bad albums at all. Yeah, Waffle was number one. You can see my rest of my top 5 here. Some Fleshwater, Thornhill, more Seven Dust, Thornhill. These songs were just on constant rotation. And according to this, I listened to 2,020 artists. It's crazy. It's insane to think about. The one has a special place in your heart and ears. Let me guess. Is it Seven Dust? It's Seven Dust. Longest listening streak was 10 days. Interesting. You're a top 0.05% fan, and you spent 4,242 minutes together. So, doing the math, that would mean over 5% of my time on Spotify was listening to Seven Dust. And top 5. This is, I'm not really surprised, because this really describes me right here. This right here kind of defines my music taste. Number 1, Seven Dust. Number 2, Mac Miller. Once again, he was my number 2 last year as well, behind Sleep Token. I think Mac Miller was actually my number 1 for 2022. And then deadmau5 is on my top artist yet again. But he rarely ever has like songs in my top 100 like the past few years. But he's been in my top 5 like repeatedly now. Of course, 4 Sleep Token, like obviously, and then 5 Deftones. That kind of surprised me, but the thing is, after Seven Dust, there's just a big drop off. In comparison to Seven Dust, these next 4 I wasn't listening to nearly as much. So I really didn't have any idea what my top 5 would look like this year. Because this really was the year of Seven Dust, like I said. I was expecting maybe Iron Maiden, maybe Fleshwater, maybe Judas Priest, because I did listen to them a fair bunch this year. So either way, really neat. So this was like the only kind of quirky thing that Spotify actually did. There's nothing about genres. There's nothing really about podcasts. Nothing like that. Nothing about how your music tastes fits in different areas of the world and whatnot. No really cool charts or anything like that. It was just, this was like the only kind of quirky thing that Spotify Wrapped rolled out this year. So it picked and chose different phases I had, apparently. January of this year was my empathy rock out progressive metal phase, when I was really into artists like Sleep Token, Devin Townsend Project, and Carnival. Sounds about right. And then July, I guess, was my bougie football rap season, when I was all about artists like Eminem, Mac Miller, and Post Malone. For the record, Post Malone and Eminem don't even have any songs in my top 100. But yeah, I listened to them a little bit. I know that Eminem had a new album, but was it released in July? I thought it came out a bit later than that. But I know Post Malone released a new album as well. I think that's the month it came out. But there were a couple of Eminem songs I was bumping pretty often, like Ya Ya. Either way, kind of weird, but whatever. Then October was your Molgoth wrestling new metal moment, when I was big on artists like Seven Dust, Korn, and Deftones. Okay, I guess. I was listening to a lot of Korn because I actually saw them in the early October with Gojira. They were awesome. And Spirit Box. Alright, and to close it out, the placard, the card, I guess you could say. Yeah, top genre totally missing this year. What's that about? I guess were too many people complaining about genre categorization, or what? So yeah, it's a shame that Spotify wasn't as, I guess, creative with the rollout of Wrapped this year. Instead, they teamed up with Google to offer you an AI podcast overview of your Wrapped for the year. And that in of itself is worthy of a video, but I'm not really going to get deep into it here. It's just like, who's asking for that? That is so weird. I don't want that. I don't care. Like AI alone is just... Anyway, now we're going to blow through my top 100 songs of 2024. Buckle up. Number 100 is Them B and Goddard with Messy in Heaven. A really cute little drum and bass track. Real happy it made my list. Number 99 is Seven Dust with TOAB, aka Tits on a Board, the killer opening track off of Animosity. Number 98, Kubla Khan with Low Tech, killer single off the new album. 97 is Crosses with Runner, beautiful track off their new album. Number 96, Nails, Lacking the Ability to Process Empathy. Just a title like that and you know you're in for some punishment. Like, you're in for some anger. Number 95, Mac Miller with The Quest, bonus track off the 10th anniversary of watching movies with the sound off. Great little track. Number 94, Amigo the Devil with Stray Dog. Real happy this one made the list. This is a really great track. Number 93, Taproot with a classic Poem. Real underrated band. Number 92, Conan with Volt Thrower. Heavier than balls. Number 91, Carnival with All I Know. Easily one of their best songs. Adore it. Number 90, Static X with Wisconsin Death Grip. What's wrong? Don't you think I'm getting dumb? Number 89 is Seven Dust with the super low-tuned, heavy, funky track, Home. Number 88, Movements with Daylily. I think it's time you had a pink cloud summer. Number 87, ZZ Top with Brown Sugar. Shout out to Mark Morton for pointing this song out, because that clean tone indeed is... mwah. It's such a great song too. Number 86, Loathe with Screaming. Hard to say if this is my favorite song from them, but it's made my list like 2 years in a row now. Number 85, Sleep Token with Take Me Back to Eden. Oh, number 84, Thornhill, All the Light We Don't See. A great track that acts as an intro to Lily and the Moon. Number 83, Lantelos with Vertigo. Oh my god, epic. Gorgeous, romantic song. Number 82, the band Gaza with their ferocious, blistering track, The Truth Weighs Nothing. Number 81, Sleep Token with Fields of Elation. Number 80, Knocked Loose, the opening track off of their new album, which is my album of the year, Thirst. Number 79, Evil Intent, Mayhem, and Think Tank with the song Broken Sword. Any Need for Speed Most Wanted fans out there? 2005? Number 78, Carnival with Synops. Number 77, Iron Monkey with one of the heaviest riffs I've heard all year, Misanthropizer. Number 76, Static X with Cold. Such an addicting song. It's great that I got to see it performed live twice this year, as well as Wisconsin Death Trip for that matter. Number 75 is an artist called Karalisk with the track Information. Really neat little song, honestly. You should check it out. Number 74, Sleep Token with their just drop-dead sexy masterpiece, Nazareth. 73, Carnival with one of the greatest songs ever written, Themata. 72, Bad Omens, and the only song from them that pops up on this list, Bad Decisions. Real addicted to this song throughout most of the year. Number 71, Seven Dust with their super heavy cut, Risen, off of All I See Is War. Number 70 is The Weeknd with Wicked Games. You can't listen to that hook and tell me it's not one of the most just smoothest deliveries just ever. Listen, I'll give you all I got. Give me all. Give me up. Like, be honest. Be real for me right now. Number 69 is Nails with Imposing Will, the first track and first single that they released off of their new album, Every Bridge Burning, which fucking kills. Number 68 is Carnival with Lifelike. This song always manages to just get helplessly stuck in my head every time I hear it, even in passing. Number 67, Seven Dust, and their song Praise. 66 is Pussifer with Upgrade. I was surprised this actually made my list, but it's cool to see Pussifer still make my year-end lists like they have for the past couple years. I think Bullet Train to Iowa made my list last year. It just goes to show that their latest album, Existential Reckoning, still has a lot of staying power. Number 65 is Nails with Give Me the Painkiller. Ferocious, anthemic song. Just easily one of the best songs they ever did. It blew my fucking mind when they first dropped it. Number 64 is Kublai Khan with Self-Destruct. Absolute! Number 63 is Seven Dust with Rumblefish. They dropped this at Aftershock. It was so cool. Number 62 is Knocked Loose with Blinding Faith, the first single that was dropped for the new album, and God, it just destroys. Number 61 is Fleshwater with Enjoy. I'm a cheeky bastard. Number 60 is Sleep Token with Higher, arguably my favorite song off of Sundowning. What I wouldn't do to see that shit live. Number 59 is Seven Dust with Shine. Animosity just has so many damn good tracks. Number 58 is Knocked Loose featuring Poppy with Suffocate. God, wasn't that Jimmy Kimmel performance just fucking awesome? The amount of anger dripping off of the entire album, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. Few things compare. Number 57, their only entry on this list, very, very excellent post-black, black gaze band, Alcest, with their song Protection. Number 56, I mean, it's about time, like, one of their songs made on here, Billy Newton Davis versus Deadmau5, because they've collabed, like, multiple times, you know, in their song I Like Your Music, but specifically the Deadmau5 Velvet remix. Pretty much out of all the songs they did together, like there's no shortage of magic. Number 55, the only entry from this band, but I'm not surprised this made it. It's addicting. Mastodon with their song More Than I Can Chew. Just definitely some of their best riffs and singing. Number 54 is Fleshwater with Backstairs Breathing. Saw them earlier this year. They played every song they have. Oh my god, it was so good. Number 53 is Seven Dust with Black. Specifically, the acoustic version found on Time Travelers and Bonfires. Really good version. Number 52 is everybody's favorite song, Hot Mulligan with Equip's Sunglasses. It's good to hate, isn't it? Popping Veins, Dissonance, Drawing Quarter as Strangers to feel some blood on your fingers. Number 51 is Wheel with Fugue. I mean, yeah, just another one of those songs. It made my list last year, and it's just so goddamn good. Number 50, Halfway Done, Fleshwater with the opening track off their album We Are Not Here to Be Loved, Baldpate Driver. Number 49 is The Weeknd with Professional. Number 48, unfortunately their only entry here, but Blonde Redhead with their song Pink Love. You want to talk about a duet, a love song that just grabs at the heart and just doesn't let go. This is the song. Beautifully written and composed. Number 47 is Seven Dust with quite a jump the f*** up anthem, Face to Face. Number 46 is Codan with Hawk as Weapon. Number 45, I really like these guys and what they did with this song. It really kind of took me by surprise. Like, I was hooked right in, and everybody should go listen to this song. The group Voyager and their song Promise. Number 44 is Crosses featuring LP of, I guess, LP fame, great producer. But you probably know him from Run the Jewels. He did a verse for Crosses on their song Big Youth off the new album. It's great. It's a banger and a half. Number 43 is Seven Dust with Karma. They're just so good at writing catchy hooks. I mean, let alone songs, but like, damn. Number 42 is Codan with A Cleaved Head No Longer Plots. You want to talk about riffs? You want to talk about doom? These guys don't miss, and this song is certainly no exception. Speaking of doom, or dread even, if you pay attention to the lyrics of this one, 41 is Humanity's Last Breath with Instill. 10 out of 10 no notes. Number 40 is Sleep Token with just probably like their best song. My favorite, definitely, arguably. Ascensionism. Number 39 is Seven Dust with Ugly. I'm assuming this one's so high because after listening to a whole album, Ugly is always the first song to come up on album radio after an album is completed. But it's a good song. Number 38 is Taproot with Again and Again. I was quite literally listening to this song again and again. Could not get tired of it. Number 37, quite a curveball here. Earth Eater with Mona Lisa Moan. Some of the sexiest, most beautiful shit ever, honestly. Incredible production. 36, kind of rediscovered the song and of course ended up having to listen to it a whole bunch of times. Sting, featuring Ched Mami, with the song Desert Rose. And 35, their only entry on this list, Mannequin Pussy. Yes, that's their name. With their song Romantic. Number 34 on my list is Lantelos with Dog in the Wild. Wildhound in general is just such a damn good album. Number 33 is The Weeknd with House of Balloons, Glass Table Girls. I'm actually kind of proud of the fact that when, I think it was Anthony Fantano asking what was the best song from The Weeknd, a lot of people said House of Balloons, Glass Table Girls. Number 32 is Static X with the adrenaline pumping Hollow. You want it, you need it, you get it, you got it, ooh, yeah. 31 is Carnival with Set Fire to the Hive. This song just kind of grabbed me this year. It's never made the list before, although a bunch of Carnival has the past couple of years. Yeah, it ended up being my most played Carnival song for the year. Number 30 is Fleshwater with Kiss the Ladder. Big song for them, for good reason. I mean, when it's only like a minute and change, like you want to listen to it over and over again, so it's like, yeah. Number 29, unfortunately their only entry because I kind of got more into them towards the end of the year, Soulblind with Crawling Into You. Then number 28 is Seven Dust and one of their biggest hits, Denial. I mean, if you don't like Denial, you're in denial. Number 27, a song that grabbed me right by the balls, Kubla Khan with Darwinism. Like, holy shit, motherfucker, bang your fucking Just a stupid fucking Neanderthal riff in 4/4 time, crushingly heavy. Killer breakdown, just dumb. Number 26 is The Mars Volta with Inertiatic Esp. Saw them earlier this year and they didn't play it. A fantastic song that's easy to get addicted to. Number 25, Thornhill with Views from the Sun, the opening track off their album The Dark Pool, which is a fantastic, criminally underrated album. And it's just such a damn good track. Like, the vocals sell the whole album for me. Number 24 is Seven Dust with Black off the very first album, very first song. To this day, such a damn good track. Number 23 is The Weeknd with Often, and this is the most played Weeknd song on my list for the year. And Often, if you listen to it, it's easy to see its appeal, honestly. 22 is The Mars Volta with Iria Tarka. Another one off the first album that, oh my god, so good. So good. Really wish they played it. 21 is Cold Chamber with I was so upset that they dropped out of Aftershock, unfortunately. I really wanted to see that live. Number 20 is Seven Dust with Bender. Great track that ends off the home album. It features none other than Chino Moreno. It's so good. Number 19 is Stephen Marley featuring Mos Def and the song Hey Baby. It's kind of no wonder it became a hit. It's such a good song, honestly. Number 18 is Earth Eater with the pretty, the naughty, the pummeling, kind of silly, Super Soaker. Pretty much any Earth Eater is worth checking out, honestly. Number 17 is Fleshwater with Linda Claire. Listen to that main riff and tell me that it is not basically Repulsive in its Splendid Beauty by Crowbar. I see you guys. I see what you're doing. Number 16 is Seven Dust with the excellent track Chop. Such a great blend of like southern style twang with genty guitars and a soaring chorus, and like it's like metalcore but also like so accessible, and it's so good. What the hell? And number 15, this is a song that's been everywhere the past couple of years, even though it came out like 10 years ago, which is crazy to think about. Super Heaven with the song Youngest Daughter. That's the shit I like. Oh, I love it. Ugh. It's like Deftones, but it's also like early 2000s alt rock. It sounds like it could have came out in 2002. Number 14 is the most listened to Knocked Loose song for me this year, and that is the aggressively pissed off song Don't Reach For Me off the new album. Do you hate me yet? Do you hate me now? A fitting end for an absolute fucking clown. Number 13 is Fleshwater with Closet. This is the song, I believe, that got me to check these guys out, listen to the whole album, and oh my god, Closet makes me lose my voice. I'll just say that. Number 12 is Seven Dust with their song Thank You. I believe this was nominated for a Grammy, and for goddamn good reason. Easily one of their best songs. Like, probably top 10. Maybe top 5. They're so good at writing such heavy songs that have such great vocals and hooks. So consistent. Number 11 is Mac Miller with Rush Hour. Yeah, surprisingly enough, only 2 Mac Miller songs on the list this year. I was listening to Rush Hour quite a lot. Like, such a great beat. Great production, good hook. I'm really looking forward to Balloonerism when it comes out in January. Top 10, here we go. Number 10, the most listened to Conan song. Sorry, Conan. And their just filthy, sludgy, doomy, ridiculous song, Satsumo. Saw Conan earlier this year, and they were heavier than shit. And they played this song. And oh my god, it's like 2 tectonic plates just fucking folding in half. Number 9, Fleshwater with The Razor's Apple. Music video accompanying this one. It's one of their big songs. It's just so good. Fleshwater's just so goddamn good. Number 8, Seven Dust with Xmas Day. This is a song that, like, it was one of the first Seven Dust songs to, like, really dig its hooks into me, and I ended up listening to it, like, just over and over and over again over, like, the course of days. And honestly, Clint's vocals, so underrated. It took me a while to learn that that's not actually LaJohn singing, at least the chorus, if I'm not mistaken. Number 7 is Sleep Token with Vor. Yes, Vor is the song I listened to by Sleep Token the most this year. Could it be my favorite? It's just composed and structured so perfectly. So that, like the big grand chorus is just such a great payoff. It just lifts me and I just transcend. Number 6, Earth Eater with Spill the Milk. Now you want to talk about sexy, killer production, great beat, great vocals. There's a reason why it's this high. Top 5, we may have seen it earlier. I'll keep this brief. Thornhill with Lily and the Moon is my number 5. Like, the whole song could be a hook, basically. The verses are great. The bridge is great. The choruses are great. It's heavy. It's got great riffs. The vocals, the lyrics, dude. Number 4, Seven Dust with Trust off of Animosity. That riff, it just gets you. Great dynamics throughout the entire song and just a great chorus. Number 3, Thornhill with Where We Go When We Die. Probably their biggest song, and it's easy to see why. Same things with Lily and the Moon, just great vocals throughout. The structuring and the composition in particular with this one is just fantastic. Like, from front to back, great transitions, great sections. It's such a good song. The Dark Pool is such a damn good album, dude. Number 2, Fleshwater. This song, okay, so My most played Fleshwater song is Woohoo. Been obsessed with this song for the better part of a year now. Since around this time last year, it's been non-stop. The Braids is probably one of the greatest things I've ever heard. It's just got such a fun energy, and then it just gets all intimate and intense. I mean, the whole thing's intense, but like, oh my god, dude, I love Fleshwater so much. 10 out of 10 no notes. And my number one song is Waffle by Seven Dust. Okay, so if you guys enjoy yeah, no, Waffle is just one of those like flash in the pan, like striking gold moments. That chorus, dude, heavy song, great hook. The song doesn't overstay its welcome at all. It's my number one for 2024. Alright, if you stuck around this long, you are more resilient than most people, and that is to be celebrated. Seriously, you're fucking awesome. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like. Comment down below. Tell me what your top 5 artists of the year were. Words. And give me your top 5 songs as well. What you think of my lists and all that, everything. What you think of my Spotify Wrapped. Make sure you subscribe, and also just let me know down in the comments, or don't. It just doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy. Numbers 20.